Twitch yayını indirmekle uğraşıyoruz. Ne der? Bitki dersini ne yapacağız biz abi? Mekan falan çok iyi duruyor ya. Öyle misin? Tabii ki de vazgeçilmezsin. Gözlerimiz hep seni arıyor. Hocam selamünaleyküm. Adanalı Harry Potter ben.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello.
Merhaba hocam.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Gül demesek.
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement.
Allah bizim
The
okullar
most important
açılmayacak
thing
gibi.
cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The
Okuyun oğlum, okuyun.
prototypist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake.
Ben ünlü değilim ya canım. Üniversiteler açılmıyor. Akıyor.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Kulağa sayılmaz bak
Let's
çünkü.
protect our ears.
Tam su içerken sula bas. İnanılmaz ya.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Tabii hocam. Bağırma be.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Abi koy. AirPods takmış bir de kulağına, görüyor musun benim canım?
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the
Arasın tabii.
mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
Olgun şakası, sakın.
Splendid work,
Sakın.
everyone. Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Tabii
You can
hocam.
all get...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Hoşuma gitti ya.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have
Stunning,
some,
hocam.
Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom.
Kafayı yemiş
Wasn't
böyle.
easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Tamamdır hocam.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Ekelim.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in
Oyun
Wiccan
neden çıktı abi?
I'll let Professor Sharp take
İyi ki
the
çıkmış oğlum, ben çok seviyorum Harry Potter'ı. Bende dövmesi var
Let's
Harry
say we
Potter'ın.
branch
Kamera.
out.
Ha bak.
Introduce you to a different different sort of flora.
Mesela-
The Chinese chomping cabbage.
Beynim yok.
You'll find that
Savaş
some
büyüsü.
plants are better suited to
Evet.
uses
Ayağa kalk.
outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without
Bak.
something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's
Benim
just at the end of the
çocukluk sevdam
footbridge
oğlum
leading
Harry
out of
Potter.
this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Ne ısırıyor ya, hayırdır ya. Ney nokta atıyorsun, ney? Allah Allah.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Tabii ki de benim liderliğim.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good.
Katlettim falan demeyelim. O benim dostum.
Oh. Well,
Bunları topla.
thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. They'll do the rest. Look at that.
Oh!
That'll chomp anything we can get there.
Abi ben de götüme Godzilla yaptıracağım, nasıl olur?
Mum
Osurdum
planted some in her
otomatik.
garden last year to keep the gnomes out.
Çok iyi
Did
olur.
save her the denoming, but they left
Kesin
her
yapmalısın.
daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they?
Küçük
My
kişiler
kind of
falan.
plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone.
O dövme fikrini biraz daha
Well,
düşün
imagine
ama
that
sen.
wasn't a dummy.
Ejderha falan. İşe
I
yarayabilirler
suppose they
ya.
could
Bozmuyor
prove
çocuğu.
useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen.
Hemen
Other
yaptır.
plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Bence de dönmeliyiz yani.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Görüşürüz sınıfta, hadi bay bay.
And with that helpful reminder,
Benden nasıl daha hızlı gelebilirsin ya sen? Amına koyayım, daha demin arkamdaydın.
Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Nasıl ya? Bir saniye amına koyayım.
Handy resource indeed.
Kilitlenmiş kapı. Vay buradan mı gelmiştim ben? Yani. Daha demin burada değil miydi ya bu lavuk? Allah Allah. Ramazlar 50 TL.
Do you find yourself
Merdiven altı dövme 50
I
TL.
tended to the
Mükemmel
Chinese
fikir.
chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much
Valla 50
trouble.
TL'ye bildiğim yok.
Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to
Bedavaya
blossom.
buluruz. 5 TL'ye olur. Kesinlikle bitkiler inanılmazdır hocam.
I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy
Alzheimer
checking in with
dedene.
my new
Mantıklı.
students.
İyi bir dövmeci tercihi. Erbokoloji sınıfını da geçtik.
Those mandrakes are really. In their new pots only cost me my.
Nereye gidiyoruz? İksir sınıfı. Gidelim. Tamam, dibimizdeymiş zaten. Dur, tamam. Makineyi ver dedeme yap. Hemen. Makine buluyorum sana. Yarın müsaitsen getiriyorum. Tamam, makine bul.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Maybe Aura's or someone from the ministry guarding the school.
Revelio.
Incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
On Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new
İkisi de var
heights of
hocam
both
bende. Disiplin,
discipline
zeka.
and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion.
İyi bu şey.
Mr. Takar,
Can
can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Başlayalım hocam da bir tarif marif yok mu amına? Varmış, pardon hocam. Ben malım
Use a
hocam.
strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Rahat olun hocam. Karıştır agam.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients.
Tamamdır hocam.
Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Tamamdır hocam.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Doğru
He
duydun.
did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented
Kaçta o maç? 9'da mı?
extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just
Başladı.
missing one tiny last
Kaç
ingredient that will add
şanslısın.
that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Bir mesaj atmam gerekiyor. Tamamdır. Abi başımızı belaya sokma. Hadi alayım
I'll
sana
get
at
you
ya.
the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember,
Eşindir yumurtası. Tamam.
your potions.
Gerrit al baba, çözdüm sana.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrow.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be point from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as
Senin
well.
amına koyayım Weasley. Yaktın başımızı.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Bunun için
I'm
üzgünüm.
sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I should
Öğrendik
assume
hocam,
that you've learned a
valla.
lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Tamamdır hocam.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Yalama be hocayı. Sen neredesin? Senin...
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Umarım canım. Atlatmayayım yoksa seni, hadi.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek.
Görevlerimizde ne var? Tamam. Bizim şey vardı. Montajda ne var lan? Erbokoloji nerede? Burada mı oluyor? Ha, burada. Bizim bir bitki vardı, onu toplayalım.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Okay. Görevler. Görev izleyelim. Haritada nerede bu görev? Dışarıda. Tamam, oraya nasıl gideceğiz? Buradan gideriz.
I enjoy divination.
Lan dur. Yanlış yola sap. Buradan koşturuyoruz herhalde. Abi keşke bir süpürge verseydiniz ya bana. Bu nedir böyle amına koyayım? Yürü. Onu. Akıyor. Hadi gel oğlum. Şunu topla. Oxfield'a gidiyormuş. Bura zaten açıkmış. Boşu boşuna yürüdük ha o kadar. Neyse bir yeri daha açmış olduk en azından. Netonay bizim manita mıydı ya?
This looks intriguing.
Ne? Yalnız gerçekten tam çok iyi yapmışlar ya. Nedir aga, şuraya bir bak ya. Suya girebiliyoruz mu? Girebiliyoruz lan. Çıkalım ama. Hatun ne yapıyorsun?
Good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are
Dostum mu?
you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Ya hadi
They want
anlatayım ya.
something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit. Try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you.
Burada
Letty.
mısın? Nasıl şaka?
Be on your guard.
Ya rahat olsana ya.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Hayırdır oğlum?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Hayırdır oğlum?
You shouldn't be here. What is happening?
Nasıl kaçıyorduk? Yeterli eylemiş.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Dur bana biraz skill atsın da şey. Zamanı varmış. Bana biraz saldır. Hadi yat. Evet, zeki olduğumu düşünüyorum.
Oh, watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ha, hadi bakalım.
Oh, take those. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take it. Going off.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Yanlış kişiye attık.
Little brat.
Sen neredesin sen? Heh. Yatın oğlum.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Böyleler hocam bunlar.
You're right.
Dikkat edin kendinize.
Thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne. She's...
Tamam hocam.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Büyüleyici
I see
ne
why
kadar
you're so
büyüleyici.
interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Ya hocam.
I brought a trunk chock full of mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground.
Ya hocam.
Each trial has these features. Place the mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Öyle mi atacağım? Ha, buradaki pardon.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am
Incendio.
curious about these pyres. Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Ha, hepsini mi yakacağım?
Incendio.
Anam.
There, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more.
İnsan biraz vereyim der amına o kadar çözdüm.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Ne demek? Tabii hoca diyorum da sana.
And do be
Nora Hanım.
careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Yes.
Burada sandıklar varmış. Nerede?
Revelio.
Ha şurada.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope. Get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Nice to see you too. Scrub bulduğunuz kişi taraftan haberdar. Eksik bir şey var mı? Scrub açık havada konuşmanın güvenli olduğuna inanıyor. İnanmıyor. Scrope başka bir nokta köprünün karşısında kayaların arasında. Tamamdır.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Burada bile veriyor. Şunu bir topla. Scrope kim aga?
What are you up to now?
Accio!
Bu ne lan?
Levioso! Incendio! Reparo!
Yok aga, buna bir şey olmuyor. Ha, bunları üst üste mi koyacağım? Sonraki notu alabilmek için.
Accio!
Gel abi. Gel. Leviosa'ya bir daha basınca inmiyor mu bu? Tamam, tokatlayınca indiriyormuşuz.
Accio! Levioso! Accio!
Gel abi. Hadi Sula'yı gördüm, bir saniye. Hayır. Evet, taş dairenin hemen aşağısındaki kabakları elinin birinin içine bak. Zavallı kalbi kırıp Scope'a yardım edebilirsin. Taş dairenin hemen aşağısındaki kabakları elinin.
Ah, I think I know just the place.
Aa, bu Scope kim amına?
Revelio!
Ha. Gençlikten şimdiye kadar son derece meraklı olmalı. Scope ile su kenarında kırık rıhtımda buluş.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick.
Buluşayım. İyi. Tamam. Bak, canıma gitmedi.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't...
Scrope kim ya?
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but
Scrope sen misin? Niye Tara
especially the
yazmışlar oğlum bunu?
headmaster can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
Bu neyce
Sorry to hear
konuştu,
that.
hiç fikrim yok.
But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also
Ay
find the
sikeceğim bir daha scrub deme.
How did you know that I'd found a book and that it's missing pages?
Scrope and the other house elves are good at staying out of sight. Scrope hears and sees many things in the castle. Scrope knows how to keep secrets.
Siktir hiçbir şey
It
sormuyorum
seems
sana.
this may help us
Scrub,
both.
scrub, scrub.
I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved.
Abi scrub'unu
Scrope will wait right here for you.
bak.
Best of luck finding your pages.
Halen scrub diyor ya. Ananı sikeyim.
Leviosa!
Adamın amına koyarım. Dugbot, mugbot dinlemem amına. Abi dursana. Repero'yu geç. Bu ne lan? Mosu da geç. Bunu bir koy. Sikeceğim. Ananız. Oğlum bunlar skill'leyemiyor ki. Öldüm amına koyayım. Aa. Hiç total üst falan yok.
Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
Ne yani? Tryhard mı oynayayım bu oyunu? Onu mu istiyorsunuz? Skill yemem, skill. Bana bir tane vuramazsın, skill yemem.
Incendio!
Billahi tryhard oynatacaklar ya beni. Allah Allah. Sikeceğim Dagbo atını ya. Yüz babacım senle. Lan bunlara bir şey falan verecektik herhalde.
Why would I need a piece of
Ben bunların belasını bir tık yok ettim de. Bak tostilerimi kesin bunu kullanacaktık da. İşte hızlı hızlı geçin.
I suppose that's where
Ha
it
yok,
goes.
burayaymış. Aha.
could it be? A visitor?
Böcek sen kimsin?
Oh! Ah! Ooh. Ah!
Richard küçük
The
karga.
name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Siyahi aile demeyelim
Sorry
de
to say, I
Black
sold the
ailesi
ring a
diyelim.
long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
Bunları
I'd
alabilir
like to
miyim?
have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll
Yapma.
show you where to find the pages.
Lan nasıl
I think I
kaybettin?
could guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. After that, I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
I
Ormanda
suppose that's the
görüşürüz.
only way for me to get those pages. I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Abi sizle uğraşamayacağım. Divs abicim. Divsiyom. Korp.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw. who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they...
Sağ olasın Scrope'cum.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
Tamam, katılırız. Expelliarmus için.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.